Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to today's tarot card reading. In a different spot today. Because my family happens to be out of the house. So I thought, oh my gosh, it's Sunday morning. My mom, Kimmy, and Tracy are going to go see a movie. What a perfect time to do a tarot card reading. So here we are. I got Banjo and Frida with me. I got a candle going. You can't really see it, but it's amber and bergamot. It's a very pleasant smell. It's not a super sweet, just kind of a subtle earth tony kind of smell. Anyway, what a wonderful spot so y'all can see the cards. Tracy and I watched that tarot movie. It's on Netflix. It's a horror movie that was out in theaters, I think, this year. And Tracy said, we should go see it. And I said, I do tarot all the time. It's not going to, and nothing like that happens to me. I'm not going to be scared. That's what I told her. But anyway, we watched the movie. It's an okay movie. I'm happy I saw it on Netflix and not in the theater. I don't want to give too much away. It's an okay movie. It's like I don't know. If you need something to watch on Netflix, I wouldn't not recommend it. But anyway, she does the tarot readings facing the person she's doing the reading for. However, I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to do the tarot card reading, and the cards are going to be facing me, but it's going to be y'all's reading. So, as while you're watching this video, it's going to be, the cards are going to be upside down for you, but it's kind of easier for me to do the reading to just have the cards facing me, to be quite honest. Anyway, so yeah, the tarot movie, it's okay. I think it had if you want to watch it with like your family or whatever who maybe don't like scary movies, that I think that would be a good compromise. Yeah, that's what I'll say to that. Anyway, this morning I had a really good tarot card reading for myself. So I'm thinking I had the 7-card spread and one card in the middle as a guide, I guess, or a direction, theme, overcast, overshadow, so on and so forth. And it worked really well, made the reading really interesting. So I'm going to do the 7-card spread, also known as horseshoe, and then add an 8th card, maybe for our tarot card pet readers. Frida and Banjo are going to be reading y'all's tarot today too. So maybe we'll, that'll be the card from them for y'all. Since they're both here, I'm flanked. I got Frida and Banjo over here. Flanked by puppies. Anyway. So how's it going? Anything you want to energy you want to put out into the cards today? Well, that's good. Okay. I do not have a video space limit. But I think I'm just gonna, since I don't really have anything more to add, anything else going on this Sunday, this past week? I can't think of anything I feel like would be appropriate to bring up in the tarot card video. So yeah, I guess I'll just get to the reading. One more shuffle because I kind of saw the cards. Oh, I have some iced coffee over here too. Oh, and I have some, I have a sage stick, a couple feathers, a sand dollar, and a snail shell over here on this little, I don't know what you call it, but my mom has let me have my stuff there in that area. So we also have those vibes too. Okay, y'all ready? All right, let's go. Obstacle. And this is gonna turn out just great, huh? And then the one card from, oh no, Page of Cups reversed. I'm gonna get a different card. That's not the card that one I showed you. Five of Wands reversed. Okay. All right, so I think I can see the cards here. Awesome. So we got Five of Wands reversed today as our essential theme. Five of Wands upright is preferable. I'll tell you what. So this reversed Five of Wands is a indicator that there's a presence of avoiding any sort of conflict and disagreement. So that's very interesting, even if it may lead to something more positive. Which in this household, I think is an interesting concept. So I guess there's various ways to avoid conflict. And I think maybe that conflict perpetuating, it not getting solved. So maybe a lack of closure, maybe obviously a lack of meaningful communication. I guess is our central theme today. So that's a bit unfortunate. Frida, Benja, why you give us that card? Anyway, so our present, or no, our past is the Hierophant. This is a great card. I think I like the Hierophant and the Cat Tarot, and I like the Hierophant and the Crow Tarot. I think both of them have different styles. But here we are with the Crow Tarot, and we have this one bird. I think he looks kind of like Egyptian. I've seen a lot of Egyptian art where they have like their hands out like that, and they're like wings. No ma'am. One second. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, so we have the Hierophant here, and he is a church leader. He's a teacher. He is a guide. And usually having to deal with higher institutions. So any sort of higher learning. So any sort of higher learning, any sort of this is something to do with the church, but tradition, element earth. Very conventional, does not take on any unnecessary risk. So yeah, in our past we have I guess a strong sense of education and the value of knowledge and intellect and wisdom. So that's good. Earth element. Presently, we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Now this is very interesting. I think this denotes a lack of protection, which is very interesting after getting the Hierophant card. So there's this working towards the right rewards, and I mean that in the sense maybe there's energy and effort and resources being put into something, expecting a certain reward or outcome, and that's just not what happens with that sort of energy and effort being put into there. So there could be some, and I guess maybe this goes with the reverse Five of Wands, is there could be misunderstanding, misinterpretation, a lack of true knowledge, whether it be with higher education, higher level learning, or with people, right? You don't, you just go with what somebody else tells you, and you don't engage in debate and other people's ideas, let alone your own. Then it's going to be maybe at best not a full understanding of the information you have acquired. Upright, the Seven of Pentacles denotes security in the home, and the work that this crow put in to get all of these pentacles around her nest. So reversed is a lack of security, I guess, in the home, and which is very interesting with the past having the Hierophant card. So I would say presently, for some reason, there is a lack of understanding of maybe the full picture, and there's incomplete perspective, which is not very beneficial. The Seven of Pentacles reversed is a warning to, if there's an investment in time, energy, and resources, it's a warning to maybe reevaluate and maybe just cut your losses. What's a loss is a loss, and go from there. So very interesting spread today. And the Hierophant being a major Arcana deck card, I think this is higher level learning and institution and education. I think is very interesting. So yeah, we have a bit of a difficult reading so far. Our hidden influence today is the Six of Wands. So our hidden influence is a respected leader. Here are the people, and there's the leader that they respect and follow, in a garland of truth, raised up in the sun, with of course some flowers and stuff. So this is very positive. Maybe there's a somebody who thinks they're the leader of the group, or somebody who thinks they can be in the position to tell people what to do. And even if that's the case, I think hidden, which might guess from certain perspectives that are not understanding the information that they have available to them, especially in a complete way, I think is this card is hidden from them. So a leader, a person that's respected because of what they do and why they do it. Somebody who takes responsibility and doesn't blame others. This card reversed says that there's somebody in a position of authority that is using that position for whenever there's a mistake or failure, they blame their subordinates. So this card indicates the opposite. And for some reason, it's our hidden influence today. So that's something really positive. And this obviously, a good leader always provides the platform for discussion and debate and a back and forth of ideas, right? And is able to address the problem and avoid conflict, instead of like this Five of Wands over here, which doesn't address the problem but is avoiding conflict, right? So this is good. For the most part, it seems like a give and take, you know. There's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, I guess, kind of theme going on here. I'm gonna take some coffee, 1 second. Okay, our obstacle today is the Hanged Man. This is very interesting. This is also a major Arcana deck card. This is the card between Justice is before this card and Death is after this card. In the Major Arcana deck. So what we see here, it's called the Hanged Man, which obviously has a lot of meanings. I think this is a water element, maybe an air element. Definitely not a fire element, which is the card right below this card. So, oh my gosh, my foot's asleep. So the Hanged Man denotes a sense that somebody having gone through something and continues to be going through something, but they're when they're at a place of discomfort, they have found, instead of quitting, they have found ways to make an uncomfortable environment a place where they can live, survive, and proceed from there. So that's our obstacle today. So obviously a very challenging challenge we have today. So as far as working towards the right rewards, in the sense that the investment, energy, and time that you're putting forth is the rewards correspond to that. Instead of putting forth energy, time, and resources, and thinking that you should get a different reward than what corresponds with those actions. Which, now that I'm saying this, I think we've had a tarot card reading similar to this. I'm wondering what those cards were. But anyway, this Hanged Man as the obstacle is, I guess for this reading, is one that does not avoid a problem or conflict, does not avoid discomfort, does not avoid, does not sacrifice the short term for the long term. So that's our obstacle today. And I think it's very positive because it's upright, even though to y'all it seems a little reversed, right? A water element. So yeah, a certain type of surrender, I guess, is what happens here. When I say, even though there might be discomforts in the environment, but being able to find an ease, sweet, steady seat, if you're into the Yoga Sutras, in what could be a difficult surrounding, I think is also what maybe this card can mean by there's kind of like a surrender, a letting go, a kind of not going to fight the universe. So that's also the obstacle. So I think this is good. I'm always happy when I see the, even though it's called the Hanged Man, I'm always happy when I see the Hanged Man, especially in this deck, upright. So yeah, our outside influence today. Oh goodness. The Six of Cups, this is very interesting. The Six of Cups, our outside influence today, says that we should maybe take a literal trip, maybe take a figurative trip down memory lane. remembering stuff from our past, maybe even our childhood, would be very beneficial with the upright Six of Cups. Um, we've got sunflowers, we've got poppies, and the cups element can be very emotional. The air element with the swords is very intellectual, and I know anxiety is considered like an emotion. I think, but I think it's easy for me. I can understand the interpretation of when you get the swords, and the risk you take with the swords is a lot of mental anxiety, mental anguish, a lot of I guess the opposite of like the word zen. You know, you say zen and you a meaning is transferred, right? So with the swords, you have a lot of risk of anxiety and stuff, and uh, you know, so on and so forth. With the cups, you have a lot of risk of depression and I guess detachment. But with this card today, I guess we took the risk, and we gambled correctly, because correctly, or you know, I hate to say we won the bet, but we gambled correctly, I guess, as far as like strategic, if we had a plan and a process to go about confronting the problems and issues that we have, because our outside influence today is upright Six of Cups, which is happy memories of the past. So that's really good. Six of Cups upright is very positive. And considering that our past card today is the Hierophant, this is really great. Maybe might be a sense of sharing the higher knowledge, higher education. I say education, I mean what I want to emphasize when I say higher education, I just mean dedication to a certain philosophy, subject, school. But I think the emphasis with the higher education here is more about the dedication that one may have, even if there's not a university or college literally going on there. So this is very pleasant. And as far as avoiding waste, which I think the reverse Five of Wands and reverse Seven of Pentacles may indicate, having to deal with waste and valueless things that don't add value to your life. There seems to be an appropriate and healthy avoidance of that unhealthiness, that waste. So that's good. Our solution today is, advice and solution, is the Three of Cups, reversed. So unfortunately, this is not a time for celebration. The Three of Cups, we see this pear tree. We see the pear tree, I think, in the Queen of Pentacles. And we see this garland, which denotes truth and honesty. So as far as the advice and solution today is to minimize overindulgence, whatever that may mean to you. It could be of substances. That might be the first go-to. But the minimizing of indulgences, especially with cups, like I said, is with emotions. Um, so if there's an energy out there that maybe is trying to focus on the negative, and that's where they're stuck, um, which is a little bit to do with the Six of Cups reversed, but and I guess today is the reversed Seven of Pentacles. If there's an overindulgence in expectation, whether that be through your work, because the Pentacles usually, the Pentacles can mean career and stuff like that, where you get your money from. So our advice and solution today is to eliminate and minimize any kind of over extravagance, obsessive, celebratory attitude. And yeah, if that makes sense to you. And seeing that there's that pear tree and the little garland of truth, there might be a incomplete. Maybe somebody thinks that they're not telling a lie because they're not telling the whole truth type situation going on. Avoiding a conflict can also be avoiding correct information, right? And maybe, like I said earlier, incomplete information can be incorrect information. We have such a strong past card, Hierophant, one of the first cards in our reading today. And then we have a bit of wastefulness going on, and so that's interesting. So overindulgence of, I think, maybe more of probably what people are asking of you. Maybe there's somebody that doesn't have the right to be asking you something from you, even though they think maybe they have that right to do so. So I guess the advice and solution would also be just a caution of a secondary reminder, because again, there's a lot of strong cards here of not giving what you feel is unfair of you to give. So our oh, this is just great. Our outcome today is the Knight of Cups. So this is a really great card. The reverse Knight of Cups is the mundane and something that's kind of boring, which isn't so bad. There's other nights where the reversed is worse possibilities than monotony and mundane and boring, being bored. But this Knight of Cups here, especially upright, is about creativity, is about being in tune, I guess. Obviously the emotions, the cups. I'm gonna read the description really quick. Creative thinker. The ability to handle things calmly. So that's interesting. Obviously not the same as this Seven of Pentacles, and I think that Seven of Pentacles is probably an external energy. that we got going on today, considering our past is so strong. Um, but anyway, we're going to be able to calmly deal with whatever it is we have to deal with, whatever that may look like to you. Avoiding conflict. Obviously there's, I guess, passive aggressiveness to that. And so maybe this could also mean dealing with things logically. Could also mean that as well, calmly and logically. As a creative thinker, so our future and outcome can, in this Knight of Cups, can indicate that we're going to have a lot of ideas, a lot of creative ideas, which is great because it makes sense with the spread that we have today, as far as separating ourselves from somebody who avoids confrontation, somebody who, in the midst of avoiding confrontation and conflict, has taken information at face value without challenging or verifying said information is not going to be very useful to them. They're not going to know what to do with that information, let alone be a creative thinker about it, which makes me think that there might be a lashing out at the Seven of Pentacles. Maybe they might get frustrated and lash out at us. So maybe, I don't want to say accepting somebody's anger, but tolerating somebody else bringing their anger at us is probably something we should avoid at this point in time. With this reversed Three of Cups, that is not our burden to bear. And while they may have those frustrations, we're not going to have those frustrations. We're going to go through this a meditation, this surrendering, this a strong leader, which can in spirituality and ideas and travel. So we have a very strong background and a very strong influence and obstacle today. So our future and outcome, we're going to be a Knight of Cups, a creative thinker, able to deal with any problems in the appropriate way. So that's our tarot card reading for today. I'm glad it fit in one video. So I guess I'll see y'all in part 2 for my drawing.